Do you know what happens when you want something from life? Did you realize that wanting something from life, desiring to become something, block every opportunity that comes in front of you? It makes you blind to see what life has to offer to you. Let's take an example about how wanting something from life is not the way to live, and how it can lead you to great stress, frustration, depression, isolation. When you want to go somewhere and you desire it so much, you want it so much, what's happened? Isn't that decep? Aren't you deceived? When you imagine that it will be so nice when you will be there at that place or at that position, you think that you will be in heaven. But when you are at that position, you see that it's nothing that you have imagined. And also, did you saw sometimes you don't want to do things. Someone asks you something, say, let's go and take a walk, and your mind and your thought says, no, it will be awful. It will be boring. I don't want to go. I don't want to do. And then maybe you go because you want to test out your thoughts and what you think about life. What do you discover? Isn't that the best day of your life? Friends, life is something like that. It's a mysterious and extraordinary thing. It is an universal order. It doesn't care about us specifically, but it gives love and existence to all. And we, being part of that existence, we want something from life. We think that life will change its course for us. Life, it's so big. It has a lot to offer to you and me, to everyone. But we give much more importance to what we want, to what we desire. We are like digging in a mountain that is there for millennia to create a road in it. Such a difficult work, but life, what it asks, it's that you adapt to the situation, that you understand your situation and stop digging your own way. It wants us to follow the way it offered to us because life has innumerable ways. It has so much opportunity to offer to us, but we, closed in our minds, become blind to everything that exists now. To approach life as it is the key. But it's very difficult because we have something that we call the ego or self-image or mechanism of ideation, conceptualization, and imagination in our mind. So that function make us imagine what life can be. But is life what we think of it? Obviously not. You can try it. If life is not what we think of it, and thinking about it make us frustrated, less flexible, less plastic, and make us blind to all the opportunity and beauty that life has. What you think you need to do now? Of course, the answer to that is to die to oneself, and what it means, it's easy to understand, is to die to or desire, is to die to your fear about life, is to die to your wanting to become something. And to do that, really need to understand how our brain function. We need to be sensitive to ourselves and to life. Something happen in life, and our brain begin to calculate. He say, if I do this, if I do that, I will be that. I will become this. I will have this. And I want that. So let's do it. Such a wrong action. Actually, there is no place to measure, to calculate. Your answer is in front of your eyes. What happened? Did you study what happened? Did you pay attention to what happened? Did you listen? The problem the challenge that you just in front of your eyes. Or you just from an event reacting and beginning to calculate your own way. Such a mistake. When you understand that you yourself is the impediment between you and the joy that one can feel, the happiness one can feel in one's life, you in your mind, of course, not you physically, but the you in your mind, is what stops you to live fully. It's what makes you frustrated. It's what makes you stupid, prevent you to understand the events, what someone says, because each judge, it thinks that it knows, it is smart and clever, so you will be more and more as you grow up a frustrated, depressive person. You need to learn from young age to give your ears and your eyes and your mind to life, to have that desire and love to study it, to pay attention, to listen, and you need to have that intelligence to question yourself. So you stop what the mechanism and the function that we have in our mind, what makes us blind. When you go beyond that ideation, that imagination, which make us think that we know better what will happen tomorrow than what will really happen tomorrow. When you go beyond that self-deceptive thoughts, you will see that life, it's really not what we think of it. Something bad happens if it's instead of all the time thinking and being depressed about it, you just see, observe, live it fully, but also see life as it is. You will see that nothing is it's fixed in life. Everything change. Tomorrow you imagine is not tomorrow. The person you imagine he is, it's not what he is. And the life that you imagined 10 years before, that how you will be today, is not what you thought. And also, the same way, the life you imagine that where you will be in 10 years is not where you will be. What we do today is our future. And if you are lost in illusion today, your tomorrow will be deception and illusion. But if you become attentive to life, if you follow its swift movement, if you stop your illusory reaction to everything, calculation, your seeking of benefits in every situation, you will see life has a lot to offer to you. my friends, have a good day.